I'm here today with my current favorites. I have a ton of things here that I want to share with you, and so I'm just going to jump right in and get started. I think I already forgot a few things. Oh my Lanta, uno momento. All right, so we're just going to hop right in. I'm going to start with prepping stuff first. The first thing that I've been loving is this Glam Glow Bright Eyes eye cream. It's so nice. It's so hydrating for my under eyes. I have drier under eyes, and I use an eye cream, but then by the time I sit down, everything's kind of sunk in. I want a little refresher. Put a little bit of this under my eyes, and it just helps everything blend so nicely. Absolutely love this. I'm a big fan of a lot of Glam Glow skincare products, and this is definitely one of them. I really like it if you're looking for a good eye cream. Definitely recommend looking at that one. Every morning as I'm getting ready, I put this on. This is the Colourpop Lip Balm. This came out in like the peach collection that just recently came out. I love this. It's a thicker balm. It just really hydrates my lips. I feel like my lips haven't been getting nearly as dry since I've been using this in the morning, and then I use my Laneige Sleeping Lip Mask, and I really like this. It is like a thicker balm, but it works so good while I'm doing my makeup, just keeping everything hydrated. A primer that I'm half loving it, half not. I just finished the It Cosmetics Gripping Primer, which I'm obsessed with. I love it so much. I also have this, which is the Hydro Grip Primer from Milk. I really like this for the gripping factor. I really like it. I hate the smell. To me, the smell smells like a public bathroom. Like, I don't know, it just smells like you just cleaned a public bathroom. I hate the smell, like I despise it. But I move past that because I actually really like the product. I've heard a lot of people mention that they don't love the smell. I'm one of those, really not a fan. And other than that, I really like the actual primer. Nice grip and tack to the skin, and I feel like it really does help my foundation like adhere and last longer. So it's a great primer. Just move past the smell. I'm back in love with my Hollywood Flawless Filter. This highlight is so beautiful. You just dab it on your cheekbones or the high points of your face prior to putting on foundation, after putting on foundation, mix it with your foundation. So beautiful, and it just gives the most beautiful glow and that lit from within look, especially if you don't want to pack on a ton of highlighter. It just gives a very natural, beautiful glow to the skin. And I love using this, especially if I'm using a more matte foundation, or if I just want like an extra boost of like radiant healthiness to my skin that kind of shines through my foundation. I'll just pop this on my cheekbones. Oh, so pretty. I've been playing with a bunch of foundations for the last few months, and there's quite a few I love. A couple of them are older ones that kind of rediscovered, and a couple are new. So let's start with the older ones. This one is the All Hours foundation. I was ride or die for this when it first came out, and then, you know, so many new foundations come out that I kind of forget about some of the ones I've loved, and I love this. I actually was reminded about how much I loved it because I had gotten a PR package with a bunch of these shades, so I'd given a few to my friend Haley, and she was like, oh my gosh, I ran out of my foundation, so I was like, oh man, I forgot about that one. Pulled it out, been wearing it a ton. I love it. It looks so flawless on the skin, so beautiful, seamless. Looks like a second skin, lasts all day. It's great coverage without feeling heavy. So high five to this one because I forgot how much I love it, and it's so good, and it's a wonderful mixing foundation as well. This hasn't been talked about in years, but I remember when it did, it kind of was like there was a buzz with it for a while. The EX1 foundation, and I have it in a few shades. One of them is actually in my purse as kind of like a touch-up foundation, especially when like my sunglasses are messing up my makeup. But this is beautiful, amazing coverage, gives the most like juicy look to the skin, very supple, hydrated, but it lasts all day. It doesn't look too dewy on the skin. It's such a beautiful foundation. It's a bit of a thicker, creamier foundation, but this is so good, and I forgot how much I love this. This is F200. I have the shade F100, I think, in my bag, but it's a stunning foundation. I love it. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend picking it up. Okay, two newer ones that I really like. Now, the Anastasia one, I don't necessarily love it on its own. It gets a little bit too dewy for me as the day goes on, but this is a beautiful mixing foundation. I have mine in the shade 320N, and I love mixing this with different foundations. I love mixing it with the All Hours. I love mixing it with the Pure Love Your Selfie. It's just one of those foundations that, because I have more normal skin, on its own, it just gets a little too dewy, but mixing it just kind of makes my favorite foundation like even better. The finish is beautiful, the coverage is beautiful. If you have super dry skin, you might like this because it could add a little bit more glow to your skin. But for me, it's just one that's a little bit harder to wear by itself. I can, just not for long periods of time. And then this one is the Stay Naked. I have mine in 40 CP, and then Urban Decay actually sent me a shade 2, which I can't find either. I think it's 41 NN. And another beautiful foundation. You guys know, if you watched me a long time ago, their regular Naked foundation, I used to rave about that all the time. Like when that first came out, that was like the only foundation I would use. I used it non-stop. I loved it. I went through probably 5-6 bottles of it because it was just my holy grail. I really like this Stay Naked one. I think it makes your skin look so pretty, so beautiful. I can wear this on its own. I can wear this mixed with other foundations. Now, if you would like to see a foundation review of any of these, let me know down in the comments below if you'd be interested in that. I know some of these, there's so many reviews out, but if you'd be interested in seeing like a wear test and a review, let me know. Obviously, it wouldn't be a first impressions, but I do love foundation reviews, so sometimes I find they're way more helpful than first impressions. You've worn it a few times, you kind of know how it works, you've tried it with different primers. To me, that's a little bit more helpful than a first impression, because a first impression, you're just going off like your first impression. You haven't had time to play with different powders, primers, different products with it. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know down in the comments and let me know which foundations you would like to see a review on, because I would love to do that if it's something you'd be interested in. So anyways, really love that. Now a newer one that I'm so obsessed with, it's what's on my skin today. If you like, sorry, my hair is just a tragedy. So again, newer, it's what's on my skin today. If you want your skin to look radiant, youthful, healthy, plump, just really pretty, this foundation is great. Again, if you have been a longtime follower of mine, you'll remember the day where the Shiseido Synchro Skin Foundation was a holy grail for me. It was one I used all the time. I believe they discontinued it, but I raved about it. If I can find reviews of any of these foundations, like the EX1 or the YSL one or the original Synchro Skin, I'll link them down below. But I love that foundation. It was a favorite for years. Such a great foundation. Well, they came out with the Synchro Skin self-refreshing foundation, and I immediately was so excited about it. I love it. I have two shades, 220 and 260. I got them for when I was more fair and when I'm tan. I actually found today, because I don't really have any self-tanner on, the 220 was too light for me, and so I mixed in 260, and I still feel like I look pretty pale, actually. Like I look a little bit pale. So I might need to get an even darker shade. So try to shade match yourself. That's what I tried to do, but I feel like I came up a little too light. But these are so beautiful. I love it. If you want to splurge on a foundation, highly recommend it. If you like kind of my style of what I like foundation to look like, I want it to be, I don't like full mask coverage. I got this right here, the Smashbox. Too full coverage, it looks too makeupy. It's beautiful in photography or videos, but in real life it looks too heavy, in my opinion, for what I like. Now if you like this, girl, rock it, do you. For me, I don't have a lot to cover up, and I don't like a real thick look on my skin. The ones that I've showed you look like skin. They're very natural looking. It doesn't look like you have a ton of makeup on, and it just makes your skin, it's like my skin but better, but with coverage. You get what I'm saying? Really like those. I can't get over how much I love this powder. It is so great. I use this for setting my under eyes only, just because it's expensive and I go through it so fast. It is a beautiful under eye setting powder. I have number 1 Fair. It's so stunning. It is so pretty. I love it so much. It's pricey, but man, it is such a good, beautiful powder. Now for all over my face, and I've actually used this, I have 2 shades of this for under my eyes too, and holy moly, Flawless City. If you want full coverage flawlessness, use a beauty blender with this powder and you're there. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Powder. So pretty. I really like this. I have 245 and I think 225 in the lighter shade. And I just use a big fluffy brush and put it on all over my skin. If you want more fuller coverage, you can use a damp beauty blender. You can use the sponge in here, but it's a little too heavy for me if I do that. But this is a fantastic, fantastic powder. It's pure, oh my gosh, I talked about this a while ago, the bronzing act. Look at this. There's like nothing left. I love this. It smells like chocolate. It's the most beautiful bronzer on my skin tone. Oh, I love it. I'm so sad I'm gone. It's like gone, but I need to use some of my other bronzers before I repurchase this. But it is phenomenal. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new bronzer. Highlights. I'm obsessed with this. I'm late to the game. The Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold. I literally just take my brush and go through all the shades and then blend it on the cheeks. I don't have it on today. This is, I mentioned it in a haul. Let me grab it. This is the Tower 28. It's like a gloss. It's called the Super Dew No Shade. It has no color, no shimmer, no glitter. It's like a gloss for your, it just gives that beautiful wet look, adds no color. So it's so great for no matter what skin tone you are, and you can get that super wet look. I'm obsessed with this. I used it for the first time today and it's rocking my world. But when I want a beautiful glow to the cheeks and I want to use a powder highlight, this is what I've been reaching. Concealer, I have two here. The CoverGirl True Blood Under Eye, I've been using this for a few months. I get the hype. It is beautiful. If you have drier under eyes and Tarte Shape Tape was not working for you, it doesn't work for me. This is amazing. Very, very pigmented. You don't need a lot of product, but it doesn't look dry or crepey under your eyes. Also, the Conceal and Hydrate by Makeup Revolution, phenomenal. I liked the other one too, but I really like this. I have dry under eyes. I have fine lines. It just is so pretty under the eyes. And it's great coverage. It blends beautifully. It gives a nice hydrated look. Even if you powder under your eyes to set it, it still gives a really pretty, beautiful finish. So I like those. If you have similar under eyes, check those out. I've been using these nonstop. These are the, I don't know why I pulled these out, the KKW palettes. Two of them are new. One of them I'd had for a while. So the new ones that I purchased, which took like 3 weeks to get here, was crazy that it took so long. These two. These are the two I bought, and then they kind of like inspired me to pull out the other ones. This is just the regular matte palette, and it's the warm tone. These are so pretty. They have a ton of fallout. Well, not fallout on your eyes, but kick up on the palette, kind of like Anastasia shadows do. There is a lot of kick up, but these are pigmented. They blend so pretty. I love these. Then this is the Cool Tone Smoke one. Absolutely beautiful. So that actually inspired me to pull out my other ones that I owned that I hadn't used in a long time. So this is the KKW and Mario. These shimmers are phenomenal. Those two palettes I showed you, all mattes. And then this one is the KKW eyeshadow palette. And this one is a little bit more warmer toned, and you do have some shimmers in here. I'll compare this one to the other warm toned palette. So you can see they actually are quite different. You can see there. There's a few similar-ish colors, but they are quite different. And I have just been opening all 4 of these palettes every time I do my eyes and just kind of mixing and matching in between. But I have been using them non-stop. The other palette that I'm still using, this one right here, the Naked Reloaded, I have hit pan on this first shade, and I have massively hit pan on Blur. And then I use these two all the time. So I still really love that palette. Newer palettes that I'm obsessed with, it's actually what's on my eyes. These right here, Huda Beauty Nude. You guys know I love the big Huda Beauty palettes. I've raved about them for years. This one is the medium one. I have a mixture of colors from all these palettes. So this one's the medium. This one is the Nude Light. And you can check out like Trend Mood, Huda Beauty for the swatches, but they're just stunning. And then this one's the Rich. Absolutely gorgeous. I haven't worn eye primer in years. I just usually use my concealer. These are amazing. They're from Revolution Pro. I think that's Makeup Revolution. This one is the shade Core. This is very similar to MAC Soft Ochre. It's interesting because the formulas of these are different. This one's a more stiff formula, and it kind of just cancels out any coloration. It adheres your eyeshadow so pretty, so pretty. And then this one's called Central, and this one's more like Paint on Paint Pot, but can you see? Let's see if it will focus. Come on. There you go. Can you see how like emollient this one is? It's very soft, so you have to be very careful when you dip your brush in it because you get too much. And I like to apply it with this brush right here. This is the Colourpop F12, and that's just what I use to apply it, and it blends so nicely. I'm going quickly because my battery's about to die. Okay, mascaras. Since I stopped wearing lash extensions, which I had on for almost a year, and I'm so sad because I love them so much, but I needed to give my lashes a break. Postpartum has like kicked my booty when it comes to hair loss, so I had to give them a break. And so I've also been trying to give them a break from falsies, so I've just been rocking natural lashes like I did back in the day. So I have some mascaras I've been loving. I have found for me, I have stubby-ish lashes that do not hold a curl. The only thing that I have found that's holding a curl, waterproof mascara. So there's a few that I love and I want to share them. I'm missing a mascara. Where are you? Where art thou? Okay. So I really love this It Cosmetics mascara. I'm not a huge fan of It Cosmetics mascara. Never found one I liked until this one came out. This is the Lash Blowout. The packaging is adorable, but this actually is really good. It is my favorite kind of wand, my favorite kind of consistency. It's moussey. It gives my lashes like a fluffy, light look to them, and it volumizes, lengthens. It's beautiful. Now, I also really love waterproof mascara. I don't know if this comes in waterproof, but I need to check because I would 100% buy it. This combination I'm really loving. I originally started off with this combination because it used to be that Taylor, and now she's Taylor Wynn. Discovered this combination with the Revlon So Fierce and the Essence Lash Princess. Love that combination so much. But because I like to use waterproof to hold my curl, I switched it out for the waterproof one, and it works great. I also love the Essence Waterproof Princess Mascara on its own. Phenomenal. I love the wand on it. It's perfect. I love it so much. The So Fierce, I actually had in a pile to give away because I don't really love rubber wands, but because I saw Taylor's lashes look so amazing, I pulled it out and I've been using it nonstop, and I'm so happy I did. My favorite lower lash mascara right now is the Colossal Waterproof. It is a huge wand, but this gives the most fluffy look to your lower lashes. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is right now favorite lower lash mascara. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up with some lips and then get on out of here. I placed a big KKW order a while ago when I bought those palettes, but also I purchased a lot of their lip liners, and I've been wearing a ton of them very often, and I've been mentioning it quite a bit on Instagram. So these are the ones I'm gonna talk about today. I'll swatch them very quickly for you. I have the shade Nude 2, which is a really nice deeper brown. I love this just for kind of contouring the lips. I also have Nude 0. This one's very, very light. So that one I'll use for like the center of my lips. This is 0.5. This one is a softer kind of peachy toned right here. Don't mind that swatch there. This one's really pretty. I use that one a lot. The ones that I use the most though are probably Nude 1, which is this color here. It's like the perfect nude for me. And 90s Style is the other one I use all the time. So those ones are the ones you most often see me on Instagram wearing. Also, these two, this one is Iconic Nude. Tara Babies talks about it all the time, which is why I bought it. So pretty. That's by Charlotte Tilbury. And then BFF from Colourpop. I've gone through so many of these. They're all very similar. It's just what I like. I can't help it. I've also been wearing the heck out of this Kat Von D Ludwig. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's just the perfect color. This one and Bow and Arrow, I love. This is gonna get stuck to my hand. But there's Ludwig. So, so gorgeous. Absolutely love these. I think that is it for the current products I'm loving. I'm sure there's more, but I mean, how many products can I talk about in one video? Let's be real. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are new, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell. And if you want to see tutorials or the foundation videos, please let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Oh, one more favorite. This lash curler. Woo! This lash curler. I used to be hardcore for the MAC one. This is the Laura Mercier lash curler is where it's at. Never heard anyone talk about it. Best lash curler I've ever used in my life. Laura Mercier, highly, highly recommend that. Oh, and I forgot the sponges. Sponges. This Juno & Co. one, I remember people were talking about it a while ago. And I had it somewhere, couldn't find it, just found it. This is the old one. They sent it to me a long time ago. Love it. It does not absorb your foundation. You literally use half of what you normally would pump out using a beauty blender. So I liked it so much that I purchased the newer one, which has a newer shape. I'm sure you can maybe get this old shape too, but I love this. If you love the beauty blender, but it uses too much of your foundation, try this because it really does keep your foundation from soaking up in the sponge. You do use them wet. These ones are currently dry, and it's amazing. Now, it's a different consistency. It's a little thicker or firmer, I guess, a little stiffer, but it's absolutely so good if you're looking for a new sponge. Really, really cheap on Amazon. This one was sent to me a long time ago. This one I just recently bought, and I'm loving it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, and hit the thumbs up, the notification bell, leave some comments down in the comment section below, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!